Alright people, welcome back to Conqueror and Commander. Today we're looking at a game featuring my Doran, the Siege Tower deck. For the complete deck list, go to puremtgo.com and look up my article series Conqueror and Commander. I should also have a link to the deck list in the video description. My opponents in this game are Mayael the Anima, lots of fat, lots of beaters, lots of fun. Seizan, Perverter of Truth. He can either be mono black control, or I've seen decks play with like a card draw hurts kind of theme with a lot of like underworld dreams and stuff like that. I think that's what this guy runs. It's been a little while since I've seen this game. And then Maelstrom Wanderer, who's just brutal most of the time and is typically like the #1 threat on any table he sits at. This is another bugged game. My play space is up here, the Sacred Foundry art. My hand has 3 lands and some cheap stuff. I would not recommend keeping this hand if you ever get it, but for some reason I did decide to keep it because I'm an idiot. Alright, so Seizan starts off with Nihil Spellbomb. I draw Path to Exile. Wanderer does nothing. Seizan does nothing. Mayael does nothing. I draw into Kodama's Reach, so at least I get that. Everybody's hitting their land drops, but there are no real early plays here. Nihil Panorama from Mayael to go get a mountain. I'm going to go ahead and play Kodama's Reach. Now this is a little, and I go for 2 swamps. This is one of the annoying things about Unstoppable Ash, is that when you draw it and don't have any tree folk, you just get real sad. However, I do have Indomitable Ancients, and these guys are just friggin' beaters when Doran's out there. So let's see what happens. I've got mana and I've got all my colors. Maelstrom Wanderer plays Ranger's Path. Seizan misses a land drop. Mayael plays Garrick and uses his ability to untap some lands. So I'm going to put the Ancients out first, just because I like them and they're fun. And that allows me to keep up Path to Exile mana. Forgotten Ancient comes out from Maelstrom Wanderer. Seizan cycles his Spellbomb. You don't usually see Forgotten Ancient in Wanderer decks, so I'm guessing he's not as hardcore as some of the other people I've seen. I also draw Icaral Outrider. But Seizan plays Fleshbag Marauder to get rid of my Ancients and the Forgotten Ancient. 2 sets of Ancients for the price of 1 card. Krosan Tuskers gets cycled for a mountain, which gets played, and cards get untapped. From Garrick, Elvish Piper. So there we go. Oh, this is another game with a short clock. I actually like games with short clocks. It just makes things go a little quicker. This is if you play on MTGO, you can set how long people's clocks are, like chess clocks, and 30 minutes is the shortest you can do it for. And this is a game with a 30-minute clock for everybody. So fine. I'm going to go ahead and play Mirari's Wake so that I can get a bunch of mana. Wanderer plays Zealous Conscripts to steal Elvish Piper. And he's going to dump something into play. What is he going to dump? Moldgraph Monstrosity. So he's not a super scary Wanderer deck like I've already said this. It's not news to anybody else. Dreadslaver is interesting, and you don't really see it that much. Oracle of Moldiah for Mayael. Oh, hey, look, there's Avacyn right on top. Then he plays Mosswarp Bridge to hide away something. Might be Avacyn, I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and play Histrodon face down and Bosk Banneret and the Outrider. I kind of dumped my hand when I didn't need to here, and I don't think that was my best play right there. So, Maelstrom Wanderer takes an extra turn. And he attacks the Seizan player, who takes it. Then the Wanderer comes out to play and gets Oracle of Moldiah and Solemn Simulacrum to ramp a little bit. And he's got Zertod Druid on the top of his library. That's not something you see every day. It's not horrible. I mean, it's just different. So let's see what happens. Oh, he does, and he didn't attack with the Wanderer. That's right. And then Seizan plays Blood Vassal, which is a thrall that you don't see. Yeah, and Wanderer didn't attack anybody. This is everybody's sort of like sitting back right now. Crop rotations on the top of this library, the Wanderer library. Elvish Piper dumps Godsire into play, and then Avacyn comes out from under the Mosswort Bridge. I love Godsire. Godsire is friggin' awesome. But, I mean, he doesn't see play in anything other than Mael decks. Austere Command, wiping everything. If I was smart, I wouldn't have tapped out, and I would have been able to path to exile Avacyn in response to the Austere Command. But, like I said, I'm not that smart. Mayael has Insurrection on the top of his library. I'm willing to take a hit from Avacyn right now. And I get attacked by Godsire and the Oracle. I dropped a 30. I go ahead and throw Doran out there. Wanderer plays crop rotation. Going for Temple of the False God. And then Progenitor Mimic to get rid of Avacyn. So now I don't have to worry about exiling Avacyn. And then Seizan plays Rend Flesh, targeting Godsire. And then Wonder comes out to play for Maelstrom Wanderer. A Beast token is made. Beast tokens, not as impressive. Not bad, though. And then Oracle attacks the Seizan player. Seizan plays Rise from the Dead, targeting Progenitor Mimic to copy Solemn Simulacrum. And that's not bad. I mean, if you copy a bunch of Simulacrums, it means you're going to make sure and hit a land drop every turn. That's assuming he lives. Mosswort Bridge gets played again. And then Insurrection comes. So I've still got Path to Exile in my hand. And, oh, and then Garrick pumps everybody and dies in the process, but that's not a horrible thing. So, who comes after me? Alright. I get the Simulacrum, the Elvish Piper, and my own Doran. I don't like being attacked by my own dude. But at this point, I just don't want to get hit that much. So I Path to Exile the Elvish Piper. Just because. Oh, and then I Nature's Claim the Solemn Simulacrum. That's right. So I really only take like 8 damage from that attack. Let me see. Elvish Piper, you're gone. Again, I'm dumping my hand without any card draw in play. That managed to kill the Maelstrom Wanderer player and put the Seizan player at 30. He was left alone pretty much. So I'm at 22. Mael's at 44 and Seizan's at 30. So I've got a little bit of an uphill battle here. I go after the Mael player first with Doran. Because I have the mana, I'm going to go ahead and cast the Unstoppable Ash championing Doran, and then replaying Doran. I just need more creatures out there. Seizan plays Midnight Banshee, which is going to slowly shrink everybody over time. That's frustrating. And then Traveler's Amulet, but I'm not worried about that. There's Admonition Angel on the top of the library. Beast goes after me, knocks me down to 14, and I take the damage. Call of the Wild, which is great when you have Oracle Modiah out there. I draw Woodfall Primus. Okay. And I've still got Mirari's Wake, so I've got a decent amount of mana. So the first thing I do is I Primus, to get rid of the Mosswort Bridge, because I don't want to deal with it. So he brings out... What does he bring out? Oh, Beast Within. he Beast Withins my Doran, which makes me a little sad, but, you know, I'm fine with that, whatever. And then... Yeah, so then I attack the Mayael player. And I hit him. I play my land. Midnight Banshee makes people smaller. Corpse Trader. What do these guys do? Oh, you sacrifice a creature to make somebody discard a card from their hand. That's interesting. And then he sacks the amulet to get a land. So Oracle's going to be gone here soon. Oh yeah, he grabbed the reins and to steal my Woodfall Primus. So I'm going to go ahead and Krosan grip the Call of the Wild so that he can't automatically just bring Inferno Titan into play. Both these guys come after me. I block one of them with my Shrinking Beast, and I'm out of cards in hand now. And I'm at 9 life. And then Admonition Angel comes out, and I draw a Forest. Friggin' awesome. Fine, you know what? Let's play Doran again. And I spread the damage out a little bit here. At this point, I kind of think I'm dead. Or am I? So Oracle Modiah dies to Midnight Banshee. Undercity Plague. Target player loses 1 life, discards a card, then sacrifices a permanent cipher. So that's interesting. I've never seen that card played yet, but he picks the Mayael player to lose a life and sacrifice and draw. He discarded Worldspine Worm, so he's not too sad about that. And he puts it on his Banshee. And the Mayael player blocks with Admonition Angel. Manages to get rid of both of them. So that's good. And we got rid of the Midnight Banshee. So, yay. So on Mayael's turn, the Beast comes after me and I have to block. And then he he used Vengeful Rebirth to get grab the reins back in his hand. So that's slightly annoying. We know he has grabbed the reins in his hand. Let's see if I can... I can't make it smaller. Crap. Oh well. We know he has grabbed the reins in his hand. So... I spread the damage out over both of these guys. I could have played Doran. I didn't. It doesn't matter. I played Phyrexian Reclamation. Because, you know, my graveyard has some stuff in it. And, however, I could have picked something up from my graveyard and put it into play right then. But I forgot. So Seizan plays Undead Executioner. So this is just a fun Seizan deck. Oh yeah, and I could have played Doran. That's right. Fiend of the Shadows. That's a fun card. You don't really see it too often, but it is fun. So all of a sudden, Seizan's at 19, Mael's at 22, and I'm at 9. Mayael finally comes out to play, and nothing else. So I draw Forbidding Watchtower, and then I play Doran, and I attack. I spread the damage around again. Really, what I don't want to have is Grab the Reins come out and screw me. Fiend of the Shadows goes after the Mayael player. She drops to 15. That's a forest. And then Siphon Soul, no! Now that I'm at 9, it's going to knock me down a little bit. To 7. Mayael doesn't have any other plays right now. I draw Sylvan Library. I attack. I send Doran and my Unstoppable Ash after the Mayael player. And then Primus after the Seizan player. And he tries to get Mayael online, but he completely whiffs. So now he uses Grab the Reins. But he forgets to entwine it. So he can't even block with it. Or throw it at anybody. And I could have attacked with Forbidding Watchtower too, but I forgot. So I end up dropping him down to 7. And Seizan's down to 13 while I'm at 7 as well. So Seizan attacks Mayael for 5, knocking Mayael down to 2, and then Seizan's going to play his commander. And that'll effectively kill Mayael. However, I have Seizan's at 13. I've got a decent amount of there we go. Oh yeah, so I draw into Swords of Plowshares. I drop down to 5. And I've got Beast Within as well. And I've got 15 points of damage out here in play. He's only got 1 card in hand. But he makes he makes the mistake of blocking my Primus, which gives who has Trample, number 1. And which triggers the Unstoppable Ash. So he's going to take all that damage anyways. And then he uses Vendetta to target my Woodfall Primus. Which makes him lose the life. Yeah, Vendetta's a goofy card. Destroy target non-black creature, no regeneration, lose life equal to that creature's toughness. Well, he Vendetted it when he had a 10-point... The toughness was just too big for him, and he loses right there. So anyways, interesting game. Not typical decks, but still tons of fun. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much.